right. Well, why don't we go ahead? I will mute myself and hide myself so I don't distract from your presentation. I hope that everyone enjoys themselves and you go ahead and run with it.
All right. Well, thank you for having me. I'm always quite excited to be amongst those that are in Montgomery County. I used to work there for 4 years. So I enjoy going past JFK to Rockland to Spring Hill, to all the schools that was around there. But your heart is definitely with me right now. So I'm excited. My name is Brittany Stevens, and I serve as the recruitment lead for the Department of Service and Civic Innovation. And I know that's a very long title, but you don't care about that. It's you can just simply say DSCI. So you're here right now because you said, you know what, I'm about to graduate, or I'm thinking about what next steps in my career, what my life may be. And what does that look like for me? Because in a couple of months, everyone or have already started to ask you, what's next? What's your plan? What are you going to do? And you have an idea of that plan and what you want to do, but how do you actualize that idea? So I'm going to ask for a little participation in the beginning. So don't worry, it's just a yes or no question. And my question first is, have you ever been somewhere for the first time? So you could put yes or no. And when I say been somewhere for the first time, it was always the first time that you went to an aunt's house, an uncle's house, to a different state, anywhere. So have you ever been somewhere for the first time? So drop it in the chat. Yes. Okay. I got a thumbs up. Thank you. Okay. Yes. I got a yes and I got a thumbs up. So I'm going to really assume another thumbs up. I'm going to assume that everyone has been somewhere for the first time. So, all right. Absolutely. We've all been somewhere for the first time. And if you were traveling somewhere for the first time, you had to think about a pathway to get there. So, can somebody drop in the chat a state outside of Maryland? Any state outside of Maryland? North Dakota. I got Virginia, got California. All right, I'm going to go with California. So we're about to travel to California from the state of Maryland. And I want you to drop in the chat right now, what are some transportation, ways of transportation that we can get to California from the state of Maryland? How can I get to California from Maryland? A plane, okay. Definitely could take a plane to California. A car, absolutely. You can take a car to California. Any other ways that I can get to California from the state of Maryland? A bus? Yes, you could walk. So there's multiple ways that you can get to California. So that is just like your plan in life. You know that you want to be an architect. You know you want to be a lawyer. You want to be an engineer. You want to be a doctor. You want to be a therapist. You want to be an artist. You want to be someone that works in historic trades. You want to be an entrepreneur. And you're asking, someone is always asking you what's next. And you know these things, but you don't know how to get there. So just like how you broke down the state of California and how to get there, that is exactly how you're going to break down how you can get to your place in life. So if I was going to California, a plane ride from the state of Maryland is about 3.5 hours, right? But I'm still going to California. A car ride, it may take me about 3 days to get from Maryland to California, but my destination is still California. A bus, about 3 days as well. If I walk there, it may take me about a week to walk to California from Maryland, but my destination doesn't change. It's just my ETA. And that's all about how you're going to get there. So if you were ever going somewhere, and if you do drive, you use a GPS. And say if you were going on a road, you're driving, today it's very foggy outside. So if you were driving somewhere for the first time, you're using your GPS, say you take the wrong turn. What does your GPS say? If you're
Tell me,
driving somewhere, what was that?
rerouting,
Rerouting.
rerouting.
Absolutely. It will say rerouting to you, right? So your ETA may change. However, somebody says recalculating, good, good, good. However, you're still getting to where you want to go. That is much like your pathway in life. So when someone asks you what you want to be and you have this passion in you, or you may not know at all, you have to understand that there are multiple ways to get to ultimately where you want to be at in life. And today, I'm simply going to present to you all another pathway to make your dreams come true. And this pathway is, of course, the service year option in the Maryland Core. So, we're briefly going to discuss today what is the Department of Service and Civic Innovation. I'm going to go over the program model, what is a member, what is host site partners, and then at the end, I'm going to leave time for questions and answers. All right. So the Department of Service and Civic Innovation, that is the pathway that you want to take to get to where you're going. It was created in the spring of 2023. We have multiple initiatives under our program, such as the Service Year Option, the Maryland Core, Climate Core, state-based AmeriCorps programs, and we also house MLK and September 11th, National Day of Service. We've accomplished a lot since we have started in the spring of 2023. We had a cohort that started last year in 2023 of 250 members. This year, we launched our second cohort in September with 600 members. And now you guys can apply to be a part of our third cohort, which is going to be accepting 1,100 members. We also have representation from all 24 districts of Maryland. So in the state of Maryland, there are 23 counties, and then Baltimore City. So that makes 24 jurisdictions. We have great wraparound services. So we have mentorship, and mentorship has done phenomenal things in my life because if it wasn't for my mentor, I'd be pretty lost. So you're going to have a mentor in this program that's going to be someone that you can look up to that can help guide you and professionally and personally to where you want to go. You also have a service success coach. Now, this coach is someone that's going to be like your guidance counselor on steroids. This person is going to meet with you every other week to ensure that while you're in the program, you're enjoying it. And they're also going to be there to eliminate any type of barriers that you may have. And those barriers may consist of transportation issues, food, clothing, housing, healthcare. Though that service success coach is going to ensure that there's nothing that's going to be detrimental to you while you're in the program. We have a great pathway to success in career development. So we have great professional development, guys. Our professional development is not a bore at all. Like we truly have these innovative professional developments. We go over financial literacy, financial education. You're really going to leave this program with a Roth RA account. And if you don't know what a Roth RA account is, just Google it right now because it's going to really change the financial trajectory of not just your life, but also your family life as well. We go over hard skills, soft skills. We're going to teach you how to do a resume, teach you how to do an interview. We're going to teach you how to negotiate your salary. That's something that I didn't learn until recent times. And so you're going to learn that right now because the number that they give you is not the number that you have to take. We're also going to teach you how to have difficult conversations in the workplace. When you're working somewhere, everyone may not think like you, but you have to find a way how to navigate those different challenges and how to navigate those conversations. And we help you to do that as well while you're in the program. So, a lot of great things. We also have comprehensive recruitment strategies. So this is something that I do. I do personal one-on-ones with folks. I also can come to your school. We are also going to have application support. Now, application, hear me when I say this, the application is going to drop in January. We're looking forward to January 20th. And before I get any further in a program, and y'all like, I don't even know what this program is about, everyone should apply. Why? Because you should have multiple options for your success. Just like how you talked about getting to California, you can take a bus, a train, you can walk, you can drive, you can fly there. You have to have multiple ways to ensure that you're going to be successful. A plan A all the way down to a plan Z. So if something goes left, all you got to do is just like that GPS, reroute. Your ETA may change, but it does not mean that you have failed. Don't ever let anyone tell you that. All right. So now I'm going to get into what is actually the program. So the program essentially is a full-time service opportunity with a host site partner. So literally, let me just break it down to you what's on the screen right now. What it is a workforce development launching pad for your life. It's a 9-month program where we literally match you to something that you're passionate about or something that you're trying to figure out if you're passionate about it. The greatest thing about this program is that it's also a paid opportunity for you. You get paid hourly, minimally $15 an hour while you're in the program with us. You get those wraparound services that I mentioned with the mentoring, professional development supports, and also our professional development will literally send a lift to your house to take you somewhere across the state of Maryland where you can have in-person professional development and really like broaden your horizons and increasing your network. I don't know if you ever heard this before, but your network is your net worth. So you want to be around like-minded people that can really push the envelope on where you can be at in life. This is a statewide program. So not even if you just live in Montgomery County can you be in this program. You can be in any of the 24 jurisdictions and sign up for this program. We also have co-placement while you're in a program as well. So you're going to be working with just at least another member. And let me get into it a little bit more. So, what is a member? Our member is our participants in the program. The only thing that we're looking for really is someone between the ages of 18 to 20 years old with a diploma, GED, or certificate of completion. Now, I know you might not be 18 right now, but that is okay. Don't worry about that. You can start to apply as long as you're 18 by the start of the program, and the start of the program will be in September of 2025. That 9 months that I mentioned, the program is going to run from September to about June of 2026. So that's the 9 month. So just to catch you up for a bit, because I talk very fast, so I'm going to slow it down for you. It's a 9 month program. Only requirement is that you to be at least 18. If you have an intellectual difference or a physical difference, come on. We're not looking at your GPAs. We're not looking at your resume. We're not looking at for any experience. All we're looking for is someone that says, you know what? I want to make a change in my life, and I also need support in doing so. Also, while you're in the program, you're going to get an apprenticeship certificate. So not only do you get professional development, you're getting paid. Like you're literally going to get paid to learn. You're learning what you want to do in life, or you're going to learn what most people learn, what you don't want to do with life, right? So a lot of people in the program are like, okay, I think I want to be this. And then they start working there, like, you know what? I've been exposed to more than what I thought I could do. And now I want to do that instead. So it's a beautiful thing for you to really try to figure things out with a great support network. Now the program is just for 9 months. Folks, that 9 months is going to pass whether you do this program or you do something else, right? So you can do this program and as well as go to community college. We do support that. But if you're going to school full time, that is something that you have to judge yourself on. Now, I know myself, I can be a pretty ambitious, but I know that I wouldn't be able to work full time and go to school at the same time. But you know yourself best. I always tell people to apply for this program because if college is in your near and dear future, that's great. But you also want to have a backup plan because Fast for Money last year ran out. And so a lot of people that were gun ho were going straight to school, they are now in this program earning money. And I got a good story. So I did this presentation for a school last year talking about the benefits of the program. I was like, hey, it's a 9 month program. We place you somewhere where you're going to enjoy working in the area that you live in. You can work either hybrid, you can work completely remote, or you can work fully in person while you're working there for the 9 months. You're going to get paid time off while you're in the program. You're going to get healthcare benefits. You're going to get mentor. You're going to get a coach. You're going to get professional development. If you're hungry, we feed you. If you need transportation, we provide that for you. If you need childcare, we assist you with that as well. The whole nine. I had a young lady in the audience. She didn't want to hear a thing I had to say. And so she didn't want to apply for the program, even though I truly advised just to apply. She told me she was going straight to school. And I said, that's great, but I still think that you should apply. So come September is when we launched our second cohort. And we launched it at the University of Maryland College Park. And there I was in the bathroom washing my hands. And the young lady comes out and she says, I know you. And I said, I don't think I know you, but hi, how you doing? Welcome into the program. And she was like, I was so not into your presentation when you came to my school, but I just want to say I apologize and I thank you. That college that I said that I was going to, I didn't have any money because my FAFSA ran out. So kept in touch with my counselor and she told me about the program again. So I went ahead and applied for it. Now she's working at an organization in Baltimore. And get this, that organization is going to pay for her full tuition. She won. So she's getting hands-on experience. So when she gets in that classroom, it's automatic for her because she has the hands-on experience because the professor's just going to talk to you, and then they're going to ask you for a paper or a test at the end of the semester. She's having that hands-on experience and she's not coming out of pocket. So she absolutely won. So, some more benefits of the program. We do reasonable accommodations after selection. And what we mean about reasonable accommodations is we try to make sure that you're accommodated in the area and field that you want to work in. So, whatever field that looks like to you, we want to make sure that you're working in that field. Or if you don't know, we have like the skills assessment test that you'll do. I know it's a test, but it's really simple to take. It's about 5 minutes, and then it starts matching you with organizations based off of that skills assessment. And that's where you can start working at. Another great thing about this program is that $6,000 completion award. Every member in the program gets $6,000 at the end of the program. I mean, you can't beat this. In addition to this, I know it's a 9 month program, but you can do it up to 2 years. If you're in the program, we call it our second year leaders. We have to pay you more than a minimum wage. Oh, your guys are in Montgomery County. So yours is not $15 an hour. I think it's like 16.75 is where we start you at. And that's because of the county that you were in. So I do want to make that clear as well. And we do have persons in our program that are making more. That's why we say earn at least. You can make more while you're in the program, but that is the minimum that we cover. But you're still going to get that $6,000 completion award. Think about the things that you can do with that. All right. In addition to that, we have Climate Corps. Now, Climate Corps is the same type of program with all the same benefits of the service year option. However, it's about the climate. So if you're somebody that's interested in making the environment better, ensuring that our climate is good for us in future years, the Climate Corps is for you. Same type of benefits of the $15 an hour. You get the professional development and mentorship. You're going to get a career coach and you get climate specific training, plus that $6,000 completion award as well. It's one application. So you can literally say, I want to do Climate Corps or I could do service year option. It doesn't matter what you want to do. I'm going to tell you just to apply. Now I'm going to get into what our host site partners are. And our host site partners are the organizations that you work at. And that's why we call it our host site partners. So those organizations can be all types, all sizes, in all parts of the state of Maryland. We do have some focus areas that are listed on the screen, which are climate, conservation, education, historic trades, public health, information technology, and public safety. But it doesn't end there. If you have something that you want to do and you put it on your application and we already do not have a host site partner that has that in mind, we find that host site partner for you because I know this to be very, very true. If you don't know someone in the field that you want to be in, it's kind of hard for you to get into that field. We the people that you know. So we find those jobs for you and we facilitate that conversation to ensure that you have a beneficial placement with a host site partner. Now, we always ask our host site partners to have the willingness to employ young persons such as yourself that are graduating. They have to provide the health care and standard fringe benefits. They have to give you meaningful work experience. So we're not just talking about you just filing papers all day. Like you want to learn, like, what am I supposed to do? Right now, I'm in Johns Hopkins right now. So what do they do? How do they thrive? You want to learn those things. You don't want to just be the coffee runner. We have meaningful work experiences and you'll be working in like an entry level or mid level position. We do ask our host site partners to also provide regular mentoring, training, and connections for members serving at their organization. All right, so now this is my call to action. Be a champion and spread the word, right? If this is for you, don't just save it for yourself. Tell someone else as well, because birds of a feather flock together. You don't want to be the only person in your crew making sure that you get to your destination and the rest of your crew is not. Spread the word, be a champion. You can also, on the screen right now, If you want any more information, you want to go over this with your parents, go visit that site, serve.maryland.gov. You can literally go on there right now and sign up to receive updates. As well, if you sign up to receive updates, you will also receive the application as soon as it drops in January. Once again, that's serve.maryland.gov. Maryland is spelled out, Maryland.gov. Go on there right now. We have fact sheets. We have more information about this. It can answer any type of question that you want to if the questions it has not already been answered. And we want you to apply. Simply apply because this is going to be something that's going to be valuable skills. You're going to be serving your community and truly shaping your future. And with that, I'll leave some time for some questions for you all. And I hope I did not speak too fast.
There was one question in the chat
Mhm.
that was posed directly to me. It says, my son will turn 18 on September 15th. Is he eligible to join the program?
Yes, yes. So the program will actually start. Last year started on September 11th. So it should start around then. If he's not 18 by the actual start date, we only need parental consent. So he's right in the realm of that. So understandable. Just would need you to just sign off on him and he can be in the program. But excellent question. Thank you for that. Any
Maybe,
other questions? Mhm.
maybe you could go over just a short list for some examples of some of the industries that the people are able to work in, what types of jobs they could have.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we have community coordinators, we have healthcare assistants, we have cybersecurity is really big, especially in Montgomery County. Anything that's dealing with tech, you can work in an organization with that. If somebody says, I want to be a real estate agent, then we pretty much are going to match you with something that's dealing with finance because you have to understand money if you're going to be a real estate agent and you have to understand the landscape of where you're at. We also have different things. If you want to be in, like, be a mechanic, you can work at an organization that has the mechanics in there. If you are somebody that's into forensics, we have somebody that's working for the state police in the forensics department, and now she is a full time employee there as well. So it's a multitude of different positions that you can have. They're really like entry level or mid level positions, but we find those that will directly match what your skill set is and where you want to go at in life.
Are they all, so how, when a student or, I guess a high school graduate, when someone is matched with a position, are, how, generally, what is the, like, the distance that they might have to travel?
Yeah, that's a great question. So once you're matched with a position, you're actually going to be in a application portal and you get to decide what the distance is. So you can literally go on there, it'll say zero point 0.5 miles, a mile, and it also will ask you if you have a car, if you use public transportation, or if you use rideshare. And based on what you put in the application portal, it will start populating different jobs for you that match what you say. So literally, you are creating your own profile. So whatever it is that you're thinking about doing, or if you don't have a car, you don't like public transportation, you literally put that in once you get into the application portal, and then it will start populating jobs for you that match what you said that you wanted to do.
That's great. That was my next question was,
Mhm.
is mode of transportation taken into consideration?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there a, I'm trying to think what might be on other people's minds. Is other than the stories you've already shared, what types of experiences have participants shared with you that might have been particularly moving or um
Yeah,
stuck out
absolutely.
to you?
Absolutely. Like I have one person right now, she's actually working with me. So the start of the program last year, she came up to me and said, how do I work with you?" And I said, "Well, you already are because you're a member in the organization." And she was like, "No, how do I actually work with you?" So she stayed in close contact with us. And that's one thing that you guys are going to learn is how to stay in connection with people that are giving you good stuff, right? So she stayed in close connection and now she is our alumni coordinator. So she got hired on full time at our department, and she's literally helping individuals that after they finish their program, she's helping to stay in connection with them, making sure that they have placement elsewhere, either educational or with their career. Like, and she's having the time of her life. They created this position for her because we did not have that in mind, but due to her persistence and always following up with us, and after the program was over, she was like, "Hey, I don't want to stay at my host site partner. I truly want to work with you guys." She wrote a proposal. Her proposal got accepted, and now she's working with us. So you can literally create your own pathway. It's really up to you. Like you're either going to have the most amazing experience based off of how you feel, or you're not going to enjoy it. And that's also based on how you feel. You have to be willing to take a chance on yourself and put yourself out there. And I know that you may be an introvert because the young lady that is working with us, she is an extreme introvert, right? But she pushed herself. She pushed herself. And in those times where she's a little shy and doesn't want to speak at places, I show up for her so she doesn't have to put herself out there in a way that she's uncomfortable. Any other questions?
Oh, there's one in the chat there.
So the program matching, that's a great question for you. It's really based on you as well. So this is how we do our process of elimination for folks is so first and foremost, you have to do the application. So a lot of people get caught up. It's like a 15-20 minute application for you to do. Some folks don't fill it out. So that's our first process of elimination. We will literally text, email, and call you to ensure that you complete the application. If you do not answer our text, don't answer our phone call, don't answer our email, we'll wait 2 weeks. We'll do those things again. If you don't answer either three of those communications, we move on to the next person. That's really how it is. And then we have the skills assessment that we will send you. Same thing. If you don't do the skills assessment, once we send it to you, we'll call, we'll text, we'll send an email, wait another week or so, call, text, send an email. If you don't do that, we move on to the next person. This is real life. So you have to be, assertive in what you want to do. And then we have an introductory call. If you don't schedule your introductory call, same thing. Call, text, we email. If you don't do that, we wait some time, we call, text, and email. If we don't hear from you, we'll set up an email, we'll set up an introductory call for you ourselves. If you don't show up to that introductory call, we'll give you the opportunity to reschedule on your own time. If you don't reschedule it, same thing, call, text, email. We wait another week or so, call, text, email. We move on to the next person. So is it guaranteed for you to be in a program? That's on you. That is on you. So a lot of the persons in the program that may not have gotten in is because they simply did not answer that phone call, text, or their email. So you have to be really diligent in checking your stuff because and while we move on to the next person, yes, this is for everyone to have a chance for themselves, but this is also real life. We don't want to set you up for failure. If a job emails you and says, "Hey, we want to hire you today," and you don't respond to them, they're moving on to the next person. So we want to make this as real life based as possible. And so that's how we do the program. But thank you for that question.
Brittany, I know you have things going on in the background, so if if you need to go, I'm happy to take down the questions that our other participants have, and I can
Yeah.
send them to you by email.
Perfect.
And
Perfect.
also, folks, if you'd like to just take down the contact information that's on the screen right now.
Yes, I'll be sure to get to everyone's question. If you send me an email, that's my email address right on the screen, brittany.stevens@maryland.gov. I'll be sure to answer any and every question that you have that may not have been answered at this time. I want to be sure that you know what you're getting yourself into and that you have full clarity on it. So that's our email address. And there's also our website that's there as well. You can sign up as I had mentioned before, to receive updates and also the application. And there's also like loads of information on there as well that you can truly find out more about the program. And I would love to come to your school. I would love to come to your school. I've actually been working with someone in the central office. They're trying to book me for every school in Montgomery County to come in person. So I will be doing that as in doing some application support as well with all the graduating seniors. So you'll see me again as well. So definitely something for you to think about, something for you to consider. And your future is bright, whether you do this or not. But I'm just going to tell you to have this as a viable option for you.
Thank you so very much. And folks, as I mentioned earlier, this session will be offered several more times during the school year. So just check with your school's career center to find out when it will be offered. If if there are any questions about that, any of you are more than welcome to reach out to me. I'm putting my email in the chat right now. And I hope everybody has a lovely rest of your email, the rest of your evening. I almost said rest of your email. Okay.
Absolutely. Yes. So thank you once again for inviting me out here tonight. You will hear me again, and I look forward to seeing you all in the program once it opens in September. So take care, have a good evening, and shoot me an email if I didn't answer any of your questions.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful
Thank you.
evening. Good
All
luck
right.
with
Take care.
everything. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.